Three of our feature Syrah wines are from independent producers with interesting backstories. Thierry Villard left France as a 19-year-old to discover the world, including meeting his future wife in Chile. His adventures continued, eventually setting up Villard Wines in 1989, a family-owned winery. Our second feature Syrah wine is from South Australia. Mark and Kim Longbottom started making wines in the early 1990s. Sadly, Mark passed away in 2008, but Kim and daughter Margot have continued the story, setting up afresh in the Adelaide Hills, producing a range of acclaimed wines. Now, the last of our featured Syrah wines is from Beaumont Family Wines, very much a family organisation. I personally find that knowing the provenance of the wines increases enjoyment when drinking as against tasting the wines with a meal. As you can see, some of these wines I bought some time back, but they are all well within their drinking windows, and I'm looking forward to trying these three Syrahs. To put these three wines in context, my ideal aspirational Syrah wine would be a Côte Rôtie from Northern Rhône, about 13 degrees ABV, co-fermented with Viognier grapes, and that gives a very elegant wine, which is to my taste. However, those can be £40 or considerably more, so a more realistic sweet spot wine would be a Crozes Hermitage or a St. Joseph possibly. And these wines are very good value for money, and for sort of £17 around the sort of price of these wines you can get a pretty decent example. So that's the context that I sort of tasted these three wines blind. All three I thought were very good wines. They had ripe dark fruits, plums, black currants, a little bit of spice there, which was great. They had some tannins coming through, which were nice tannins, and fresh acidity, so they were very well balanced. I got a touch of eucalyptus on the Australian wine and on the Chilean wine, which was added interest. And the Chilean wine as well had a little bit of a farmyardy sort of funkiness about them, which I found attractive. Not always attractive to everyone, but that's the style of that one there. So overall, I thought these three wines were very much in the Syrah rather than the Shiraz camp. In terms of, I don't normally pick a winner for these wines, but it has to be said that the Chilean wine, the Villard, is £6 or £7 cheaper than the other one, and at £12.95, I think represents great value. While researching Syrah wines for this 10th episode of Take 3 Wines, came across a couple of other wines which were of interest. One was this one here, which was Alain Grelo, who apparently some time back was cycling around Morocco and came across a site which he thought would be suitable for growing Syrah wines, and this is the result of this. And so it gets quite good reviews, so I'm looking forward to trying that. Another wine that sort of cropped up in my researching was this one here, which is a Syrah Viognier wine by Yves Couleron, and this is rather more expensive. This is £17, but it's described as being very much in the Côte Rôtie style. So rather like people trying to find a £10 Pinot Noir, which is equivalent to the finest Burgundy, I guess I have a slight tendency to try and find something that's just like a Côte Rôtie but costs considerably less. So I'm looking forward to trying these, and when I find a mate to make up the third wine of these, this will probably feature in another episode of Take 3 Wines. Well, that's all from us for this episode. See you next time. Keep swirling, stay curious. Cheers.